Thank you, Thomas. Wood County Commissioners are making sure patients in hospitals and nursing homes don't miss out on Election Day. Today, the Commission approved the county's emergency absentee voting policy. County Clerk Joe Gonzalez says under the policy, the clerk's office sends 2 poll workers, 1 Democrat and 1 Republican, to hospitals and care or recovery facilities on Election Day. They provide ballots to people who were suddenly hospitalized or placed in a facility and didn't request a regular absentee ballot. Gonzalez says the goal is to make sure eligible voters don't fall through the cracks because of a medical emergency.
We want to make sure everybody gets out to vote or is able to vote. If they can't get out, we want to take it to them. But these are usually emergency situations where they've been placed in a hospital or have been moved to a personal care facility or a rehab facility.
He says the emergency absentee ballot policy has been in place for years and only covers voters in a medical facility on Election Day, not standard mail-in voting. Commissioners voted unanimously to renew the policy for this year's general election. And